friends, welcome to my channel Math segment. In today's video, let us discuss how to remember trigonometric ratios and identities from the chapter Trigonometry, which is based on ICSE, SSLC and CBSE board. If you like my video, please like, share and subscribe. Let us know the meaning of trigonometry. Tri means 3. Gono means sides. Metry means measurements. Now, in trigonometry, let us learn trigonometric ratios. To know trigonometric ratios, let us understand a right angle triangle. So, in a right angle triangle, we all know it is a 90 degree and opposite to the right angle is the hypotenuse. And we have to assume one angle that is called theta. You can take either this side or this side. Any angle you can take. Either you can take this angle or this angle. So today I'll take this angle as my theta. So the side opposite to theta is called the base. So I'll write the base as opposite side and the height as the adjacent side. So adjacent is denoted by A, opposite is denoted by O and hypotenuse is denoted by H. So now in trigonometric ratios we have the terms as sine theta, cos theta, tan theta, cosecant theta, secant theta and cot theta. So now let us understand what is sine theta, what is cos theta, what is tan theta and these terms. So now here first sine theta means always remember it is opposite by hypotenuse and cos theta is adjacent by hypotenuse. Tan theta is opposite by adjacent. So I have explained you here what is opposite, what is adjacent and what is hypotenuse. So you can remember, say sine theta. So theta, I am writing theta in the shape of O. So you think starting is O, then alternate O, A, O. So you can remember this as O, A, O and H, H, A. So this is the shortcut you can remember. So the opposite of sine theta is cosecant theta. That means opposite divided by hypotenuse. Here the inverse of this is hypotenuse divided by opposite. Cos theta inverse is hypotenuse divided by adjacent. Tan theta is opposite by adjacent. So cot theta will be adjacent by opposite side. So these are the trigonometric ratios where you can remember. Very easy if you understand the figure. So let us learn inverse of trigonometric ratios. So I'll teach you in the shortcut. So here you can draw the lines. So you know sine, cos, tan, cot, cosecant, secant and cosecant. So as we have learnt in trigonometric ratios, sine, cos, tan, cot, secant, cosecant. So these are the terms we are writing and in the center you can write it as 1. As 1. Now we are going to find first the sine theta. Sine theta is nothing but 1 divided by cosecant theta. See here, sine is nothing but 1 divided by cosecant theta. So if you have understood this, then you can find all the inverse ratios. So that means if you take cos, it is 1 by secant theta. If you take cot, it is 1 by tan theta. If you take cosecant, it is 1 by secant theta. If you take secant, 1 by cos theta. If you take tan, it is 1 by cot. So I'll write down whatever I have explained. So it is very easy if you remember this figure. So now I'll take down cos theta. Cos theta is nothing but 1 by secant theta. Then cot theta. Cot theta is nothing but 1 by tan theta. Next is cosecant theta. Cosecant is 1 by sine theta. The next is secant theta. Secant theta is nothing but 1 by cos theta. And last is the tan theta is 1 by cot theta. So you can remember very easily when you draw the figure. So from the figure, see, you can remember this very well. If you don't remember, just try this figure 2 or 3 times and then you can remember the inverse ratio. So that it is very helpful to solve the sums while doing trigonometric chapter. So we have finished 2 ways of finding trigonometric ratios. Now I will do the third way. So in the third way, you can draw one simple hexagon. So as we know, sine, cos, tan, cot, secant, cosecant. So if you draw this figure, then you can remember to write the next trigonometric ratios. So here, that is, see here, you can write in between these two, you can just put a divided symbol for everything. So the meaning of this is, see, sine is equal to cos divided by cot. So the first, one more way of writing the trigonometric ratio is sine is equal to cos theta by cot theta. Second one, next is cos. So cos theta is equal to cot theta by cosecant theta. Then third one is cosecant theta. No, I'll take it cot. Next is cot. Okay. Cot theta is equal to cosecant theta divided by secant theta. You go it in the order so that you will not miss any ratios. So after cot comes cosecant. So cosecant theta is equal to secant theta by tan theta. Next is secant theta is equal to tan theta by sine theta. Next is tan theta is equal to sine theta by cos theta. So this is very important, which we are using most of the times in the trigonometric ratios. This and this is very, very important. So this is the third way of finding out the trigonometric ratios. So very simple, draw the hexagon and remember the names as I have written on it, and then you can write the ratios. We learn the next method of trigonometric ratio. So with the help of this figure, we can write another type of trigonometric ratios. That is, see here in this figure, we can see here sine, cos. So that means sine plus cos is nothing but 1. So in the vertices of the triangle, I have written sine, cos and 1. So we can take that as our first trigonometric ratio. That is sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Then the next formula, we can take this triangle. That is tan square theta plus 1 is equal to secant square theta. So that means tan square theta plus 1 is equal to secant square theta. And then the next triangle we have is 1 plus cot square theta is equal to cosecant square theta. So the third one we can write is 1 plus cot square theta is equal to cosecant square theta. So from this formulas, we can make many more formulas. Like for example, here I will show you sine square theta plus cos square theta is 1. So I'll keep the sine square here itself and I'll send this cos square that side. So what happens? 1 minus cos square theta. So this can be another. And one more I can do is cos square theta, I'll keep it here only, and I'll send sine square theta the other side. So cos square theta is equal to 1 minus sine square theta. So like this we can make in these two also this kind of formulas. So if you know the basics, then you can make many more formulas from the given equations. Let us learn next method of trigonometric ratios. So in this we can do one slant line, that is sine. Opposite to sine is cosecant, and you can write it as, so this becomes your tan and this becomes your cot. So here when you multiply, so in the middle you have cos and here you have secant. So this is one slant line. Another side of the slant line is cos secant. And you can draw this dotted line where it is sine and cosecant. So here you can just put this type of arrows and multiplication sign. So that is, here it becomes tan and here it becomes cot. The meaning of this is sine into secant is tan. Cos into cosecant is cot. So this is another method of learning trigonometric ratios. So you just follow the arrows. So when I follow the arrows, what happens? Sine theta into cot theta is equal to cos theta. So the first one is sine theta into cot theta is equal to cos theta. Then the second one I can write here. That is tan theta into cosecant theta is sine theta. That means tan theta into cosecant theta is equal to secant theta. So from this figure I have noted down two formulas. Now next, in the next figure I will write down another two formulas where the multiplication sign is here. So that means cos into cosecant is cot theta. That means cos theta into cosecant theta is equal to cot theta. Then the fourth one, sine theta into secant theta is equal to tan theta. So from this figures I can make this formulas. You can make many more formulas if it is possible. So if you learn this, it is very easy to solve the sums. So this is another method of writing trigonometric ratios, that is called standard angles. So here in the standard angles, first we will learn about sine theta. So we know what is sine theta, that is opposite by hypotenuse. So opposite by hypotenuse we can do it for sine 30, sine 45 and sine 60. But you need to remember what is sine 0. Sine 0 is always 0 and sine 90 is always 1. These two you need to remember. The remaining thing we can do it with the help of the formula, that is opposite by hypotenuse. Now come to sine 30. In sine 30 opposite you have. So to do this one, we will make it one simple trick, that is 1, 2, root 3. So I am starting from here and writing with the help of an arrow. And opposite to 30 you take it as, this is 60. So in 60 degree you start it in this way. So that means here 1, 2, root 3. And here you can write 1, 1 and root 2. So if you know these namings, then you can definitely fill this table very easily. So now let us take this. Sine theta is opposite by hypotenuse. So here opposite is what? 1 and hypotenuse is 2. So sine 30 is 1 by 2. Similarly, I will take sine 45. Opposite is 1, hypotenuse is root 2. So 1 by root 2. Sine 60 you take, opposite is root 3 and hypotenuse is 2. So that is root 3 by 2. Now next comes after sine, that is cos. Cos theta is what? Adjacent by hypotenuse. So now talking about sine 0 and 90, we have written from left we have started 0 and we have written to the right 1. But in cos theta you started from right, that is here you can write 0 and here you can write 1. Now sin cos 30. So cos 30 is what? Adjacent by hypotenuse. Adjacent is root 3 divided by hypotenuse is 2. For sin 45, adjacent is 1 and hypotenuse is root 2. For sin 60, adjacent is 1 and hypotenuse is 2. So it is 1 by 2. Now next comes, after cos, it comes tan theta. Tan theta is what? Opposite by adjacent. So opposite by adjacent here, what is it is? Here you can take for tan 0, it is nothing but sine divided by cos, where we have learnt in one way of writing trigonometry ratio is tan theta is equal to sine theta by cos theta. So that means sine divided by cos. So 0 divided by 1. So 0 divided by 1 is what? 0. So you can take 0. Similarly, if I take it for 90, it is again tan theta is sine by cos. So sine is what? 1. 1 divided by 0. 1 divided by 0 is nd. So that means it's not defined, or we can also say infinity. And we'll start doing for 30, 45 and 60. Tan 30 is opposite by adjacent. So opposite is 1, adjacent is root 3. So it is 1 by root 3. 45 is opposite is 1, adjacent is 1. So 1 divided by 1 is 1 only. And here opposite is root 3, adjacent is 1. Root 3 divided by 1 is root 3. Okay, and the next after tan theta comes cosecant theta. Cosecant theta is what? 1 divided by sine theta, or inverse of sine. So that means for finding out the 0 degree, 1 divided by sine theta. 1 divided by sine theta is what? 0. So 1 divided by 0 is what? Not defined. Okay, and then I come back to cosecant 30. Cosecant 30 is nothing but we have learnt in another way of trigonometric ratios, that is cosecant is you can also write it as hypotenuse divided by opposite. Okay, so that is hypotenuse divided by opposite. So here it becomes, for us it is opposite divided by hypotenuse. Here I can make it inverse. So that is 2 divided by 1 is 2. Here root 2 divided by 1 is root 2. Here root 3 divided by 2 is 2 divided by root 3. And now coming to cosecant 90. Cosecant 90 you can use this 1 divided by sine theta. So 1 divided by sine is, that is 1. 1 divided by 1 is 1 only. Next comes secant theta. Secant theta is nothing but 1 divided by cos theta. And you can also write hypotenuse divided by adjacent. So 1 divided by cos theta. 1 divided by cos theta is 1. 1 divided by 1 is 1 only. And then for here you can use hypotenuse divided by adjacent, or you can do inverse of this. Root 3 divided by 2 means you can write 2 divided by root 3. 1 divided by root 2 means root 2 divided by 1, that is nothing but root 2. 1 divided by 2 is nothing but 2. For 90 you can use 1 divided by cos theta. 1 divided by cos theta, that is 1 divided by 90 is 0. 1 divided by 0 is not defined. Then the last way, cosecant, secant and then cot. Cot is what? 1 divided by tan theta. Or we can say adjacent by opposite. Because here you have written opposite by adjacent. I have to write adjacent by opposite. So cot theta for 0 degree, it is 1 divided by tan theta. 1 divided by 0. 1 divided by 0 is not defined. Then coming back to 30, you can make it inverse of this. 1 divided by root 3 is inverse, you make root 3 by 1. So it is root 3. 1 divided by 1 is 1 only. Then 1 divided by root 3 is root 3. Okay, and then now comes here now for cot 90. Cot 90 is 1 divided by tan theta. 1 divided by not defined is 0. So if you cannot define, then it is always 0. So it is 0. So this is one of the easiest way of remembering the table, because we cannot remember all the values of this table. So with the help of this figure, we can fill the table and remember to solve the sums. Let's learn the last type of trigonometric ratio, that is complementary angles. So we can remember with the help of this figure. So that is, I can take first one. It is sine theta is equal to, sine is what? Cos. So cos theta into 90 minus theta. Second one I can take reverse. I'll take cos theta is equal to sine theta. So cos theta is equal to sine theta into 90 minus theta. Third one I can take tan theta is equal to cot theta into 90 minus theta. Then the fourth one I can take a reverse, that is cot theta. So cot theta is equal to tan theta into 90 minus theta. Then fifth one I can take secant theta. So secant theta is nothing but cosecant theta. So it is cosecant theta into 90 minus theta. The last is, that is cosecant theta, is cosecant theta is equal to secant theta into 90 minus theta. So this complementary angles you can remember very easily with the help of these figures. So do remember these figures whenever they ask you complementary angles. Then you can write down these angles so that you can remember very well to solve the sums. In today's video, I have explained trigonometric ratios and standard angles with the help of the figures in an easier way. So do practice well and do not forget to like, share and subscribe.